Most people who struggle with blood sugar think they need more medication, stronger medication, or newer medication. But what if the real problem isn't your blood sugar? It's your hormones. And here's the wild part. Once your hormones are back in line, your blood sugar often stabilizes on its own. Your cravings calm down, your energy stops crashing, and insulin resistance becomes way easier to reverse. So, in this video, I'm breaking down why hormones run the whole show, why meds barely scratch the surface, and the exact hormone pathways I use successfully with my insulin resistant and diabetic clients. If you want the real blueprint that actually gets your blood sugar off the roller coaster, stick around to the end because I'm going to show you what's fixing the root cause instead of medicating the symptom. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always talk with a qualified practitioner before starting or changing anything. Here's the promise of today's video, and I'm not exaggerating. When you fix your hormones, your body becomes naturally good at balancing blood sugar. And if nothing else changes, why? Because your blood sugar response is not a math equation, it's a hormone cascade. Here are the main players: insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones T3 and T4, estrogen and progesterone, testosterone, leptin and ghrelin, and GLP-1. If these hormones are out of whack, you can perfectly take medications, count carbs, and still watch your numbers creep up. But once your hormone environment is optimized, your entire metabolism behaves differently. You burn more fat, you store less, your cells actually respond to insulin again. This is the closest thing to unlocking the cheat code that exists in metabolic health. Here's the reality check to why medication can only do so much. I'm not here to bash Western medicine. It's incredible for many things, but here's the problem with relying on meds for blood sugar issues. Medication manages blood sugar. Hormones govern blood sugar. Do you see the difference? Medication does push down glucose. It does force insulin higher. It does reduce liver glucose output and slow digestion. But is that helpful? Well, no, because it actually blocks the root cause solution. And here's the part that frustrates people. You can look fine on paper, meaning your A1C and fasting glucose can appear managed, while underneath the hood, your insulin is still sky high. Your cortisol is wrecking fat storage. Your estrogen, testosterone are tanking, and your thyroid is crawling. Your cravings are running the show. This is why so many people say, I'm on meds, but I still feel terrible. Because the goal should never be to medicate your numbers. The goal is to restore your metabolic function, and you do this by fixing hormones. Oh, by the way, if you want weight loss freedom and the ability to defeat diabetes, download my free 3 secret steps to doing just this. The link is in the description below. Here's your hormonal framework. I'm going to dive into each hormone and exactly how it affects blood sugar. The first hormone is insulin, the master storage hormone. Insulin's job is simple: move glucose into the cells, store the rest as fat. But insulin resistance develops when your cells stop responding, usually because of chronic stress, poor sleep, low muscle mass, too much cortisol, chronic inflammation, menopause or andropause, thyroid dysfunction, and once resistance kicks in, your body pumps even more insulin and your blood sugar stays high anyway. Medication often forces glucose lower without fixing the resistance. But fixing hormones fixes the resistance itself. The next hormone is cortisol, the hormone that quietly sabotages everything. Cortisol raises blood sugar even if you never eat a carb. Burnout, deadlines, relationships, doom scrolling, they all keep cortisol elevated. High cortisol equals more belly fat, more cravings, worse sleep, higher glucose, and more insulin resistance. You can eat perfectly and still have high blood sugar if cortisol is doing laps in the background. This is why people say, I'm doing everything right and nothing's changing, because stress is still driving the bus. The third hormone is thyroid hormone, your metabolic thermostat. Slow thyroid leads to slow metabolism, which leads to slow glucose clearance. People with low thyroid get cold hands and feet, fatigue, weight gain, slow digestion, brain fog, and yes, even insulin resistance. Your thyroid communicates directly with insulin. If it's underperforming, everything else suffers. Medication can't fix this. Hormone optimization, though, does. The fourth is the team of estrogen and progesterone. This is especially critical for midlife women. This one's big. As estrogen and progesterone decline, your cells become dramatically more resistant to insulin. And this is why so many women say, I'm gaining weight faster than ever and I'm eating the same. It's not you. It's not age. It's not willpower. It's your hormonal ratio shifting. Balancing estrogen and progesterone can increase insulin sensitivity, reduce fat storage, calm appetite, improve sleep, reduce cravings. Meds, they don't do this. Hormones do. The fifth hormone is testosterone. It's critical for both men and women. Low testosterone equals low muscle mass. Low muscle mass equals poor glucose handling because muscle is the number one place your body disposes of glucose. More muscle, better insulin sensitivity, and lower fasting glucose. Optimizing testosterone is often the fastest path to reversing insulin resistance, and it works for women too. The sixth is the leptin and ghrelin team, the hormones that control your hunger. If these two aren't in balance, you're always hungry. You're never feeling full and you crave carbs constantly and you get nighttime munchies. You snack like it's a professional sport. Leptin resistance often comes before insulin resistance. If you fix leptin, hunger becomes predictable instead of endless. And the seventh hormone is GLP-1, the satiety and insulin sensitivity enhancer. People only know GLP-1 from medications like Ozempic, but your body makes it naturally. You increase your natural GLP-1 by increasing protein, eating more soluble fiber, cold exposure, prioritizing sleep, and building muscle. When GLP-1 rises naturally, you get lower appetite, better blood sugar control, more stable insulin response, and no prescription required. Here are the big myths and why they hold people back. Myth number one: blood sugar problems mean you need stronger medication. Reality, it means your hormones are dysregulated. Medication manages, hormones correct. Myth number two: it's all about carbs. Well, no, it's really about muscle, thyroid, stress, sleep, sex hormones, inflammation. Carbs, they just expose the issue. Myth number three: age makes insulin resistance inevitable. Nope. Hormone decline causes metabolic decline. Age is just the timestamp. Myth number four: I'm stuck with diabetes because it runs in my family. Actually, what runs in families is habits, stress, lifestyle, hormonal patterns, gut microbiome issues. Genes load the gun, hormones pull the trigger. You control the environment. Here is your action plan on how to balance hormones for better blood sugar. Step 1, build muscle. This is non-negotiable. More muscle equals less insulin resistance. You just need to start lifting something heavier than your iPhone. Aim for 3 to 4 full body sessions a week. Progressive overload, even tiny increases count. This alone can change your life. Step 2, fix your sleep. Poor sleep increases cortisol and decreases insulin sensitivity the next day by up to 40%. This is why people wake up with high fasting blood sugar after a bad night. Fix your sleep, fix your blood sugar. Step 3, prioritize protein. Protein increases GLP-1, it reduces cravings, it maintains muscle, and lowers blood sugar response. You want to shoot for about 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body mass. It works every time. Step 4, get your thyroid checked, not just TSH that most doctors only run. Make sure they're also testing for free T3, free T4, reverse T3, and thyroid antibodies. You fix thyroid and you fix your metabolism. Step 5, balance sex hormones. For women, this means cycle health. It means perimenopause or menopause, fix estrogen dominance or low progesterone or low testosterone. And for men, it means fix low T, fix the high stress, fix the elevated sex hormone binding globulin, also known as SHBG, and fix too much visceral fat. You fix these, and blood sugar stabilizes shockingly fast. Step 6, reduce cortisol through actual recovery. Recovery doesn't mean Netflix. Instead, recovery means walking, breath work, cold exposure, lifting, setting boundaries, and saying no more often. Lower cortisol equals lower insulin resistance. Step 7, support gut health. The basic version. You don't need a 10-step cleanse. Just focus on soluble fiber, fermented foods, avoiding ultra-processed junk. A healthy gut leads to better GLP-1, and better GLP-1 leads to better blood sugar response. Here's the bottom line. Blood sugar increases aren't actually sugar issues. They're hormone issues. Fix the hormones and the blood sugar naturally follows. And if you want the kind of results my clients are getting, stable energy, no more cravings, better sleep, easier weight loss, this is where it starts. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe to the channel and comment below. I would love to know if you are controlling your blood sugar with meds or hormones. In this next video on the screen, I go more into better managing these hormones using diet and nutrition. I hope you will check it out.